you have to drink a glass of milk and, sit down in a chair and just look out the window and think. But as you sip the milk and you look out in the grass field and you're like, does this cross any lines? What was really bad was that client actually sent us samples. And I'll never forget, one of my staff started handling those samples. And I was like, you shouldn't be doing this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new episode of Real Business Roundtable. Shout out to Jenna Tizu. Shout out to my mom for getting me these cool mugs. And shout out to Chucko Willing. This week, I'm not going to drink two of these because my cardiac. What?
This week or today?
Last week, I double-fisted two of these.
Okay.
I was pretty wired. So today, we're going to continue the business Q&A, popular business questions we're going to answer.
Well, should we have a little chat before? Or should we just get right into it?
What do you want to chat about?
I want to chat about fucking mechanics.
Well, I did hear, before we get into the Q&A, I did hear some wacky stuff. I don't know if it's true that there's a car brand out there that set an expiration date on the vehicles. So when you replace a module, I won't say the name. When you replace a module in this vehicle, all the new modules are set to have an expiration date that totally make the computer just go bonkers after 15 years to get the person to scrap the car. Because this company, allegedly, this is to my understanding, made a deal with a factory in China to pull the gold, palladium, silver, and all the precious metals out of the modules.
Can I take a wild guess on who it is?
Don't say the name.
I have a feeling I know who it is.
Yes, you do know.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right. Okay.
You're very involved.
Okay, wow.
I don't want to get into it, but it's very disappointing. I don't know how much of it to believe. I don't know, but it was...
It must be with newer cars.
I heard the opposite. I heard that their business model to promote more new car sales is there's something going on with the modules.
Well, modules, yeah. Then not newer, but okay.
So people who are real gearheads that, maintain whatever over time, they're saying that's out the door. I don't know. Well, I don't know. And then their major competitor declined that model because that factory that pulls the metals out tried to solicit another company. They're like, yeah, we're not doing that because of brand.
Yeah.
So I just.
The new deal that our president had made with Japan is going to make the cars in the United States interesting in the next couple of years. Seeing a lot more JDMs. If you're a gearhead, seeing a lot more Japanese cars, older Toyotas. If you're just a regular person who doesn't, well, not a regular person. If you're not like a big gearhead, you wouldn't really know too much about this. But Toyota and all those brands from Asian brands, they make these like really cool cars that are only available in Japan, for example. And some of these cars are like, you heard of Lexus, right? Lexus is a more luxurious Toyota brand. Well, Toyota has made some pretty presidential cars that are just gorgeous, right? They're really cool. You know what I'm talking about, right? And they're all going to become available here, which is going to be very interesting to see how many different cars, even the smaller trucks, the smaller utility trucks, they're going to be available in the United States, which is going to be very interesting as well. I think that's kind of cool because I was never really a huge fan of JDM cars, but I was always a big fan of the Skylines and stuff like that, and the Japanese drift cars and stuff like that, and having them be more popular in the United States is going to bring a new vibe and a new sense to car shows and to the car community and stuff like that. And so it's going to be really interesting. That's kind of cool. But on the other hand, I went and got my car checked out by a mechanic. Great mechanic in the area, by the way. I'm not saying anything negative about them whatsoever. Great job, whatever. Again, nothing negative about them. They're great guys. But I brought it in for brakes and just regular maintenance and stuff. $1,400 worth of work, justifiably $1,400 worth of work. Get a call the next day and it's $8,000 worth of work. And I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did this happen? See, I almost contemplated. I said, if I really have to get all this work done, why don't I take that $8,000 and just go put a down payment on a new car?
That's the whole.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
I
whole
know,
thing.
I know. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but yeah. So, you know, when you go to a mechanic, there are things you have to know as a regular person to save you from getting rid of $6,000 when you don't have to. Now, there are certain things in my car that have small leaks, right? Regular leaks. It's normal. But the problem is that we're in the winter and we have a very cold winter. We're talking about 7 to 10 degrees out on a daily basis. You have to understand that in the winter, when things are really cold, they shrink.
You mean shrinkage?
Yes! Significant shrinkage.
In the summer, they expand. In the winter, they shrink, which means some leaking can happen. If you bring your car to a mechanic in the winter, there could be show of some leaking. And now some of them are legit leaks, and some of them are from just it being cold out and the plastic and all the caps shrink, right? That happens. So if you bring your car to the mechanic in the winter and they say there's a bunch of leaking, if it's not necessary, wait until the spring, wait until things warm up, and then bring it back and see if you still need it done. I knew this already, but when I got that new bill, I was like, wow, that's a big bill, and I did not want to pay that. I did not want to pay it. So yeah, that's one thing about mechanics. Some are good, some can be a little sneaky, but these guys are good. I know that. The original reason for this episode was questions. We're doing, we're getting a lot of questions.
Popular business questions.
So we're going to answer them.
Look at it closely.
Look at it
closely.
All right. Question is, what is the weirdest client request you ever received? I have one right off the bat. Obviously, ad agency, digital services, creative, all that stuff. Great. We had a client that wanted me, get ready, wanted me to travel to a trade show on his behalf across the country to collect information related to his industry. So I was very polite and I said, okay, I do charge an hourly rate for something like this. This is a little bit outside of the scope. I'm all about going the extra mile for somebody. I'll do whatever. Whatever. I've had clients that they weren't tech savvy, and I had a guy on staff that was really savvy with Mac. He go, yeah, Apple products. He's like, yeah, let me help. I was like, yeah, go help him out. No problem. I just don't sweat the small stuff.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
So I had to tell him nicely, I can't travel to Texas to go research building materials at a trade show. You want me to come back with a report on all the building materials that your construction company can use? Let's back up here. That's what. Why do you think that this is okay? Wait. And I'm not a lawyery guy. I had to contact a lawyer. I go, how is this legit? Why? This person is engaged with my company, but he's asking me to just randomly go travel on his behalf. And I had to respectfully decline. Mm-hmm. I had to, and I was very gentle about it. I wasn't a jerk about it, but I could not believe he actually asked me to travel on his behalf.
See, it's weird. I'm trying to think of any like weird requests that I've ever had, but I don't know. I mean, the thing is like going out of your way to like do a certain thing, like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But like no like weird requests. I don't know. Have we ever gotten anything like fucking?
I did have a client, 2 clients that were in litigation.
Can you take my dog to get
that,
cleaned?
That makes things very awkward because we would be talking about a project and then they'd ask me a question about that client and I'm like, what? What do we? I can't answer that. What are you talking about? Like I don't like that when 2 of my clients are duking it out legally. There's like an issue.
Yeah. Well, obviously.
And I've had people just throw in underhanded, very, very slick questions like, hey, yeah, this and that. And I'm like, I can't, what the fuck,
What do you
dude?
want me
Like,
to
what?
do?
Come on. Like, I don't want to get in the middle of this.
Yeah.
I would say that it was an awkward request.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
they asked me something directly, or I should say underhanding, ladies and gentlemen, what is the word?
Underhandedly.
Underhanding. Underhandedly.
Handedly. They underhandedly like threw it in there and that was awkward for me.
Yeah.
To try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of anything though. I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe someone like, well, can you pick up my dog from daycare?
Did you guys ever have a client that like sold like weird shit?
Oh, come on.
Yeah. What?
You probably know.
What? Oh, wait.
We had a client that
That's right.
sold something borderline inappropriate.
Yeah.
So our agency does not work. We don't work with
Certain
anything
industries.
inappropriate. But we did have something that was a little bit, I don't know. I was like, I was like, it made you think, you have to drink a glass of milk and, sit down in a chair and just look out the window and think. But just, as you sip the milk and you look out in the grass field and you're like, does this cross any lines? What was really bad was that client actually sent us samples. And I'll never forget, one of my staff started handling those samples. And I was like, you shouldn't be doing this right now. I can't settle out of court for anything. You should just put that away. You should just put that away. Put it, please. Because the client sold something slightly, it was questionable, but it wasn't like illegal. It was just something that you just kind of,
NSFW kind of stuff.
it was sex toy related.
Yes.
It was sex toy. And then I guess the fucking guy, the client sent samples. I'm like, bro. And then my staff's like, and they're opening up the box. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you holding a private
Locks
pot
the
right
door.
now? Please put that back. We don't need that. Please. Stop.
Sir,
What are you doing?
your employees were playing with sex toys in the office.
The client sent it. I don't know what the hell was going on. I literally walked away. We run a tight ship. We don't.
We weren't fighting. We weren't sword fighting.
Sword fighting.
I had to gently, firmly tell her, hey, stop, put that back in the box right now.
He goes, give him to me.
Because today, now you don't know.
Yeah. You don't
Just,
have to get into
I
it.
don't know. I just want to fucking run my.
What's the
company.
next question?
All right. I just want to run the company and eat pizza. Next question. If you had a 10x budget, what would you spend it on? Come on.
What is a 10x budget?
A 10x budget. So what if your budget for advertising 10x? That's kind of a weird question.
What if you have a 10x budget?
But if my budget for growth was 10x, I would take half of it, put it towards marketing, and other half towards sales closing. That's what I would do. Keep a couple sales reps busy with closing deals. And
Yeah,
then also,
that's a weird question, but I don't know what 10x.
Also, don't forget about fulfillment. you got to be able to fulfill. I would probably try to add another like 20% staff to handle the work.
That makes sense.
And position to thrive and grow.
One more question to end the day.
Let's see. What do we got? No, we got 2 more questions.
Oh, 2 more. Okay, go.
All right, next question.
Sam looks like he's dying. Wait, I need to take it. Wait. Okay, yeah, keep going. Sam, yeah, Andy, you're good.
Kebab, yak.
Dude, he's not okay.
Send me that.
Yes,
He's got Google-itis. Okay, next question. What is the riskiest move you ever made in business? Riskiest. I would say we upgraded our office. There was an opportunity where our bigger office space was available. I don't think it was the best time to upgrade office space at the time, but I didn't want to lose that opportunity for future growth.
Yeah.
And I just made the move, and dude, it was fucking stressful.
One risky move that I can remember, just one of them, is investing a significant amount of money, 6 figures, into an additional product of a business. So like we had a business that had a product, and we invested a lot of money with developers to build a product to make that product better in some cases. Open up new silos of revenue, whatever it ended up being. That was risky because we could have easily just white labeled something, but we wanted control over it. We wanted our own name on it. We wanted to have full control over it because of, other reasons, but that was a risky move.
The main thing that sticks out to me is the office, because I was very stressed at the time. It was a long time ago. I'm being transparent and being honest. I'm not one of these YouTubers that bullshit. It was there's a lot of bullshit out there, and I just, any small business owner has challenges and things that are scary. But now I'm grateful that I made that move, because literally everybody that sees our space now, they're like, wow, this is really nice. And it was coming up available, and I was like, boom, I got to put my name in for it. It was literally, the rent was fucking double. But, we had to make the move, and we had to do it. Last final question.
Before I can go take a nap. Just kidding. I don't do that.
Oh, man. All right, let's go. Well, we all know the answer to this. I've said it a million times on the show. What is a book that has influenced you the most?
Let's wait. If you can guess what it is. No. I was going to say, if you watch this and you can guess it. Fucking dude.
I'll mute myself there.
No, it's okay.
I'll be back.
My number one business book that I absolutely love, and it is the foundation of my entire thought process on conceptualizing business models, growing businesses, competing, is absolutely, without a doubt, slow pop-up, Blue Ocean Strategy. This is the cornerstone to my business brain. It's required reading. If you are in business, fucking read this book. Rub it on your chest. Kiss it. Hold it close and read it over and over and over again. Watch summaries. Watch people talk about Blue Ocean. You are decommoditizing yourself. You are focusing on client value. You are not following a specific blueprint. You are separating your business's operation, value, and offering away from the masses that all compete against each other. Those are referred to as red oceans, because red oceans are filled with blood. People are competing on stupid shit like price. I'll do it for $5. I'll do it for $4. I'll do it for $3. Then nobody's making money. You need to do something different, create a new market, a new offering. So what I did was I said, okay, I'm going to serve the underserved. I'm not going to go after a sector of the market where there's a ton of red tape, chin rubbing, time wasting, and in my opinion, pure bullshit. I don't have time for that. I want to work directly with an entrepreneur, a business owner that knows what they want and they want it now. And I'm going to work with them with a team to help them reach the goal, right? I'm not going to nickel and dime them. I'm not going to play games. I want to be different, right? I want to be very different to the point where your brand and experience differentiates you to the point that people really don't want to look elsewhere, right? So Blue Ocean strategy can be applied to almost any business. They provide case studies of different companies that are considered Blue Ocean companies, but I don't really touch anything unless I can make it a Blue Ocean.
Yeah, there's a lot of different books that I love. But one that stands out to me is the 7 Unconventional CEOs. If you look it up, it's about allocation. It's about 8 CEOs and how, they became very successful based on celebrity status, celebrity businessman status versus, unconventional allocation, and how to kind of, in a wider means, like create your own path rather than following the templates. Very interesting book. It's a long book. It's a little bit tedious, but there's a lot of lessons in it. That's one of them that just comes on top of the head. When it comes to just personal stuff like relationships and whatnot, power, those books are very good. Very interesting, kind of breaks into the psyche a little bit. But yeah, those are 2 books that just come out, just right off the top of my head. I don't read a lot, but those are 2 books that I read that I liked, that were really interesting, that I gained stuff out of.
All right, so
thank you.
So the people watching at home, don't be shy. Ask us questions, send us a text message, send us a DM, no problem. We'd be happy to answer it.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Real Business Roundtable. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. Peace out. See you next time.